Well, hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Nearest stream. I'm Nearest, and tonight we're going to be playing some Disco Elysium. So yeah, we got a run going. It's been going for a long time. This is like part 8 or something. Hold on, we can count. To the spreadsheet. So anyway, you can see there's day 4. But anybody who's played this game knows that it can take a while to get to day 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, this is part 10. Shit. So where are we at? Let's look at our tasks. Okay, fine, we'll look at our stats first. So basically I started this as a weird balanced stat run. But as you can see, just over time, just from adding things and getting thoughts and stuff, it's kind of diverged a bit. So 30, logic and suggestion in electrochemistry are just like get out of my face. Everything else is kind of moved up a little. Oh, I have some points to spend. I should probably spend some points. Let me think about this. No, not that one. Disco. Okay, whether T5000, 500 is hand-eye coordination. I should probably get a point or two in hand-eye coordination. It's going to be important soon. Like, now. Let's go ahead and drop a point there. I'm going to drop a point to Shivers too, just because I like Shivers. Okay, so, yeah, tasks. That's what I was actually looking at. So, last time on Nearest Plays Disco Elysium, Disco Thursday of last week, we were mainly working on getting the dance club set up at the church. Right now, to that end, we're helping Suno with her project so that she'll be okay with letting the Speed Freaks in. So I went into the ice machine, failed the check, and unplugged the ice machine. So we're basically just waiting for it to de-thaw. I could probably dump another point in the physical instrument and pop that thing open, but this is a surer bet, so I'll probably just kind of leave that alone. Get Estelle to talk about her associates. We need to get her in the club for that. Oh, we did find the tape with a melody for Egghead. Okay. Syncing science with Annoyed. If we need to get in the club. Basically, right now, I'm waiting until 2200 so we can talk to the pigs. Problem is it's 1900, so we have 5 hours to burn. Yeah, that's going to take a while. We need to get into the club for this one. Yeah. Inspect the traps. I have one more thing I want to do before that. So we can also try and lean on Titus. Which would help us also lean on Classier, I think. Yeah. I'm going to wait on this one. Ask the Scab Leader about tattoos. That feels kind of like a late game thing. Exploiting the Whirling in Rags. That's leaning on Titus. It's the same thing. And that's later. Singing karaoke. That's probably a thing I'm going to do soon-ish. Another thing I thought of is playing the board game with Kim, because that just burns a lot of time, and I kind of need to do that right now. So let's pick it up.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Let's get this one at least.
Wonderful choice, sir. A wholesome
I might come back for that one later.
game.
Because Suzerainty is, or Suzerainty, whatever that game is, you can just play that one right away. The other one I think has like a lot of missing pieces, and you just kind of get a die that helps with stuff. Or you get a thought. I can't remember, but... Speaking of thoughts, I was thinking, I think we're kind of past volumetric shake compressor being useful. Yeah. Let's go ahead and drop it. Because I want to learn Homosexual Underground. Let's find it. Because I've not done that one yet. Some of these are pretty damn good. Like Apricot Chewing Gum Scented one's pretty good. Zovian Socioeconomics kind of runs counter to Kingdom of Conscience. But it's pretty good. Magnesium, this one's actually surprisingly good too. This one's not very good. We're not getting Jamrock Shuffle. Fairweather T500 is good exactly once. Golden Mama Dakwa is good, but you kind of trade off some stuff for it. I don't know about this one. It also takes a long time to learn, so surely it's good, right? Surely.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes.
What are its hallmarks?
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals.
Oh, fine, I'll turn on
Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Wait, where do I get such a crown?
It comes free with a six-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped into the crown's plastic.
Sick. The idea of a king in the century gone is pretty fascinating.
The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay.
It's you again. What is it?
That's a rhetoric check. Mention surreal play, strange bullet, reaction bullet, ever asked to cooperate, warned about the tribunal, discussed the authority. Okay. I need to check my gear about this one. I can interact with some. Oh, not right now. Do I have any rhetoric equipment? I don't know that I do. Yes, I do. Yay.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Okay. Continue not believing it then. I just thought of a way to waste some time. I could go talk to I can go talk to Idiot Doom Spiral. That'll burn some time. Gart, I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
Yeah, but Johnny Law is about to tear it up sad style. Why do you even have a PA system if no one's going to use it? It's part of my quest of self-discovery. Help me. This is my way of apologizing for the trouble I've caused. Please let me say I'm sorry. You're right, this is not the time.
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
When was the last time you had a band
It's
play
not
here?
for bands, it's for clients. Some clients, okay? Not you.
Okay, fuck me then. Just fuck me. Nah. I'm glad I paid my bills and have the right to use a karaoke machine.
Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
It's alright, I have my own song with me. Give him the tape for the smallest church in St. Sands.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
Yeah, damage. This feels right. You belong here. Okay, we need to equip drama. Or, you know, not equip drama. So do we want to pass the check or do we want to fail it and have a good time? Let's pass it. Or, you know, fail it and say whatever. Drama. Drama. Oh, I have some cans. I should probably sell those.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
I'll get +1 for wearing the kimono. Nice. Okay, so this is a trap. I am not going to press my lips against the microphone to test it. Look, Kim, I'm going to sing karaoke.
I can see that.
Yeah.
The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. But still you feel your knees turn to noodles. Okay, now a couple is looking at you. Even worse.
That might have been a mistake, too.
You're sweating. They are going to hate you. Just make sure you move, okay? Don't be stiff.
I'm ready, Gart. Hit it.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Alright, I guess I got some drama.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint-San, though it once was larger. How the real may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Harry with the spoken word there. New skill point. Level up.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
Thank you, Ancient Reptilian Brain. I want to dedicate the song to whoever wrote me that fucking letter. I still love you. Thank you very much, asshole. I'd like to dedicate this song to my partner, Kim Kitsuragi. I'd like to dedicate this song to Gart for letting me sing it. It's all shit, Gart. I'd like to dedicate this song to the pale. Nothing will devour the world. Pale nothing that will devour the world. I'd like to dedicate the song to the RCM. Please don't fire me. I don't want to dedicate the song to anyone. I performed it for myself.
There is silence now in the deep where the voice came from. It has receded, to return only in dreams and nightmares. This guy really carried you.
Yeah, he did.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile before turning away. He's incapable of blushing, but if he weren't, he'd blush.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Last words?
Evening will come. We will sow the white sail. Workers of the world unite. Thank you, Martinez. Say nothing. Leave him enigmatically. What did you think of my performance?
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
Manager is waiting for you to acknowledge that he recognized the song. Yeah, the church is actually my past. Yeah, the church is actually my life. Yeah, the church is actually my love. Things are really bad with it. I fucking rock that shit. I told you I'd rock that shit.
It was alright. Subdued. I might start letting people up there again. Now...
We
what
saved
can I do for you?
karaoke. Gart doesn't hate me. I mean, I guess I got him the skua and I didn't completely ruin karaoke. So, you know, just that.
Oh, hello, sweetie. So nice to see you again.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has.
I guess we'll talk to these guys. I just wanted him to be here for karaoke. I wanted the biggest audience I could
He
get.
tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
Did you know Gary was hiding the armor?
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
Thanks.
The man mutters in the distance he doesn't dare say more.
He's still glad his friend stood up for him.
So I checked all the traps.
Good. Okay. And?
And one of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yes, there's nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
He rubs his chin.
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, more clever.
Again, this part of this quest makes you feel kind of bad for Moral and Lena because they're just like holding on to like this thinnest thread of hope that the Insulindian phasmid actually exists.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked
like-
off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps. Make them more secure.
Basically, they're just kind of on a wild goose chase.
Another trip to the reeds.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. A deft hunter, this phasmid.
Of course.
And of course, I'm
Be
gonna
sarcastic.
goad him on it.
Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture, mine stands, okay? Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened? Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation.
Kuno's a hooligan.
This has been refreshing, but...
This is a white check, okay.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a
Wow, I
young
rolled a
person.
20 on that. Okay.
And small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the
A
locusts.
little hooligan? But what would a child want with bags?
I don't know. That's what I aim to find
oh,
out.
my dear Morel, you've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up.
Delinquents, my favorite.
It doesn't sound like they're really his favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please let us know whatever you turn up. I have
Yeah.
a feeling we're getting so close.
I knew that we
Well,
would talk to
I see
Kuno
you've
about
got
his
all
bug
the help you
town.
need.
I guess this is where
I'll
we're
see you
at.
tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
Ah, Gary, we're also going to play Suzerainty.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
Looks at his teeth.
Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologise, Geary. You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
I don't know that I really have anything to talk about with Gary. Okay, let's see. Man from Hjomdal. Hjomdallerman. Let's see, we want this one. We want this one. Okay. That's right, it's a rhetoric check. Sorry, the check for advancing the plot with the Hardy Boys is a rhetoric check. That is what I'm talking about with the rhetoric check. Oh, it's gonna take forever. Alright, this is the last chance to talk to Gary. Let's just go through Gary's dialogue tree, I guess, and see if there's anything we missed.
Always a pleasure. I mean, I told you everything.
'Tis true, sire. This man simply did not know what he was getting caught up in.
Yep.
Always a, I mean, officer. No.
There probably is a follow-up to this, but you can't think of any. Doesn't matter. Waste of time anyway. Gotta keep moving.
Yeah, we're done with Gary. I'm done with you, Gary.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Boy turns to you. He doesn't care. We don't have to know anything about any missing locusts.
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
What's this about now? Hold on. No one's lame here. Just tell me what happened. You kids are in trouble.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
Lame. That rings some bells. Could this be connected to Night City? AKA, the City of Rage. Yeah, that's pretty lame. Sounds like art.
Kuno, is this about Rage City?
Oh god, Kuno, no! now. They're gonna make you lame.
Stop it, see? No one's gonna make anyone lame. Kuno's got this under control.
There's definitely something going on here. You should check out Kuno's shack, the one with the pig's head.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
It's on the other side. Where is it? It's not. It's right here. Ha, I knew that. It's not a snow melting, dripping off the roof. It's strange. Magnesium supplement you rub on your chest to live happy. Okay. It's crawling with locusts in here.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows. Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
So it looks around, writes something in his notebook, and turns to you.
Of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Stop being so sarcastic, Kim.
I'm not being sarcastic at all. We are making real progress here.
Think the Insulindian phasmid is nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know? I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
There's a dot over there that I need to talk to.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I know you took the locusts from the traps the cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Kuno took the books. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
I was really hoping it would be the reed phasmid that ate the locusts, not you, Kuno. You say you don't give a fuck about bugs, but then you go and build a whole bug town. Why steal locusts? Couldn't you find some other pets?
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Stop!
She wails from behind the fence, then buries her face in her hands.
Locusts coming down like a shadow. This must be the night city he mentioned when you asked him where he's been.
So that in there is Night City.
Yeah, Locust City. City of
Maybe
rage,
one day I'll play
City of lights.
Cyberpunk 2077. Maybe.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination.
Man, I could have gotten so much experience if I just had actual art degree. We've gotten like 4 conceptualization checks in the last like 3 conversations.
The girl forces herself to watch again.
Alas.
The corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort. The lameness is causing her physical pain. The damage may be permanent.
Do I need more pain threshold? Probably. City of Rage sounds like a cool place. So what are you, some kind of artist now? Whatever, kids. I just wanted to ask. I don't know. Let me check. If I went for actual art degree, it would be replacing Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. I think it would be better because there are more conceptualization side checks than Encyclopedia. Let's see, where is it? Actual art degree. Minus hand-eye coordination. That's not great. But it's only -1. Okay.
Maybe I am.
He says, looking you straight in the eye. That's great, Kuno. It's cool to make art. Just listen to your friend, Kuno. Art's lame as hell.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in like 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
Just the buttons of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They won't give
Kuno
away.
made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
A leaden silence fills the yard.
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window.
Depends on the choices you make, young girl. Me and Kuno discussed this. I promise I won't do that. Say nothing.
Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence. For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face.
Need to stop taking locusts from the traps. Cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait. I have to ask, what does the city of locusts mean?
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. She was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck.
He turns his burning face up to the falling
Pig,
snow.
You really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
Alright, what are you gonna do with it?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Okay, now that's settled. I better be
The
off.
fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
The Insulindian Phasmid. He mutters to himself.
He recognizes the name.
Wait, you know what it is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
Okay, well, we still don't have actual art degree in the pool. Darn. Guess we're stuck with Wompty Dumpty Dom Center a little bit longer. And we still have 2 hours to burn. Two juicy hours.
Trying to sneak up on me.
There's a green dot. That's money and experience.
The door is closed again. Nothing to do here anymore. You hear someone inside, walking from room to room. Whoever lives here must be back home.
Hear the sound of running water. Someone's washing dishes. Probably their racist mug collection. Asshole.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
The dimming light, things become clearer. Cindy's artistic impulses are infectious. Do I have any conceptualization gear? Yes. 1, 2, okay. I also have cigarettes that could get me a little closer.
Why does art inspire you
Okay.
so much?
My conceptualization was too low to get this. It does, yes, but what is art? No, artists are arrogant blowhards. Why am I getting this?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes. Disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Hold on, is architecture also art?
Of course not. It's autism, box drawing, masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
What about music? Is it art?
Only the most experimental kind.
Oh, well, we're dealing with that right now. I've been feeling critical lately.
You seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home. Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street. You must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Okay, we're even odds here. I'm kind of willing to go for this. Oh, and we got the keen aesthetic sensibility. I'm glad I went through that thought process. The negative to hand-eye coordination gives me pause on this one. But it does get... It basically functions pretty similarly to the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. It's plus 10 XP for passive conceptualization checks. Oh, but I get money off of Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. I forgot about that. Maybe we'll pass on this one for now. We'll do it next time.
Because this is no ordinary war. It is sublime. Look at it. The shadows, the colors.
Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain.
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God.
More.
Oh, Wallfather.
Kim, I must paint this wall, add even more beauty to it.
Huh? He sounds tired of it all.
Poor Kim.
You already have the heavy fuel oil to use as paint. It's red. And Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush. This is on.
First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Lieutenant looks up at the wall reluctantly, then back at you. I already have the paint. I just need to get a paintbrush from Cindy the Skull.
If you must.
Okay, actual art degree. Yeah, it's another copo type, the worst one. The most savage and brutal, the art cop. Nothing is good enough for him. Everything is shit. You have to employ an armada of adjectives to depict and demean the mediocrity of the works and visual institutions around you. Really flex that critical muscle until the vocabulary for punishing mediocrity becomes second nature. Here we go. Yeah, we're skipping that one, though. Maybe if we had higher yellow skills, which we don't. Cindy, give me a paintbrush. S'il vous plaît.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Cindy, I'm going to need your paintbrush.
What for?
Doing renovation, it's boring but necessary for my motor carriage. We're going undercover. The apocalypse is coming. I need to warn people. It's for art. Okay?
Well, if it's for art, but
Oh, I gotta sneeze,
what
hold on.
kind of art are we talking about?
Excuse me. Alright, to be honest, I haven't really thought of anything yet. I'm sure I will. Everything is sad and shit, and we need art to make it okay. Just give me the brush. Grand art. Art deluxe. The artsiest. Most groundbreaking. The...
Sounds like you're just about to live out your self-pity, not make a statement. I can't have shit art on my conscience.
Cool. No brush then. Not a problem.
You're about to cry internally, aren't you, Piggy? Oh, pathetic. Just give up. Art isn't for you.
My conceptualization is too low. I'll come back whenever I have taken damage and can use that to heal. You're mean, Cindy. Alright. Time is it in game? It's like suzerainty o'clock, I think. Should tell you what, let's go check on. Let's go check on the polar bear fridge. And I'm gonna go the long way this time because I know there's a couple of dots to talk to in the boxing gym. Because contact Mike, I'm in the wrong spot, god damn it. By wrong I mean right.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here, or something stronger, like the Kvalsund KR2 multi-tool.
Didn't Sona give you a...
Equip the multi-tool.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice...
Okay. We have to come back for that. That's fine. I kind of figured that it wasn't ready yet. Good point.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
But the question is, which do they start with and which do they pivot to? What a strange leap of imagination. Yet they still failed. How sad. It's just speculation. We don't know anything for sure.
That's a good question. Reality is ruthless.
Is this Contact Mike, the boxing champion? Getting those jamais vu points. No same person would ever put their head into such a machine. So I'm pretty sure that this is closed.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and...
Oh, I guess it closed at 9. Okay. For some reason, I thought they closed at 8. Alright, let's go equip these guys again. These guys still here? They sure are. I'm kind of curious whether there's other modifiers to this check if I do certain stuff.
Is fucking lightning. Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
'Cause my half-life's not very high, so I don't really want to run that one too soon.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Okay, I think I can do this one. Let's get some empathy clothes. There's not a lot of empathy clothes. I think there's like a pair of glasses or something, and that's it. Oh, I have empathy shoes now. Hell yeah, we'll equip those.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
What do you see in his eyes?
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold.
Familiar how?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon. The road continues for miles, flowing together.
All right,
roads,
the shivers. Let's go.
into causeways or bridges, ending suddenly in dead ends, or ramping up or down highways. It forms a crisscross pattern across the land.
Where does it lead?
Above the Jamrock Quarter, in the form of a raised motorway, and then the never-ending sprawl of Forburg, high above buildings, new and old, the air filled with the rumble of motor engines.
Further.
To the old south, to the farthest outskirts of Revachol, through the checkered fields of farmland, upstream to the river Esperance, past Montmartin, the border approaches.
What's beyond the border?
You cannot see. It's out of the city. Up ahead, the mist blocks all sight. A gale blows across your cheeks. It is cold. Before you stands a tall lorry driver with sad eyes.
What's in the southwest?
Excuse me?
He emerges from the reverie.
A flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve.
Hell, I get longing. I've felt something similar since I woke up. I'm a cop. I can fix anything. Really, you can tell me.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
Diora?
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
It's like to miss someone.
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, Cop Man? You missing someone?
All right, Inland Empire, take it away.
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
Half-Light's mean. Let's just go with it. I miss someone but don't know who it is.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
Thank you. Alright, I have dumped some points into stats. Let's see if I can actually talk to the Pale Rider. I'm not sure what stat I would need to talk to her, though. That's kind of the problem.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
I'm shocked that I haven't been able to talk to her yet. Damn. I can't talk to that yet. Alright.
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives these?
Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears. Bulky frame, heavy, hardy, looks like a tractor.
Hold up, is this a tractor?
Yes, built like a tractor, and used like one too in the Zemsk countryside. Take note of the 8-antler emblem, the symbol of the Stars Ryko, proudly born to honor its humble roots.
Hey Kim, check this out.
A Stash Ryko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Hold on, maybe I can impress him. Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white, the colors of the stars Raiko.
Let me guess what happened last time, Kim. Blue and white are the colors of Zemsk. Someone painted it, got Zemsk mad, and boom, murder happened.
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The James community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Hate to correct you, Kim, but only 4,395 were on the protest.
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word.
Who are the Zemsk community? What do they sentence the killers to? Kim, could our hanged man have been the driver of this car? Interesting. Before we proceed, have we got an opinion on this paint job?
People we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were remorseful. They're sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system. Could it be another Stajraiko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive. So my initial guess is the two are not related. Yes, detective?
Look better in brown and black. Should have left it baby blue. Oh, man. One of these is communist and one of them is...
You sure you're not Jimsk?
He shares a smile with you only for a second.
Yes, you're sure you're not. Or, if you are, it's only in that Revacholian way. 4 to 5% maximum.
Yeah. I knew that was the fascist option. Oh, well. My fascism-free run is over. That might have actually happened a long time ago.
In the trap.
I'm gonna check on the container. I don't know. I'm just like trying to find stuff to do for the next like hour and a half in game. Whoa, what's that? Something that's further away than I thought it was. Positive halogen lights watches you. I mean, emitting a humming blow, a low buzz. I can words. Jesus.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
I'm gonna try this once I get the dance club up and running, and then I have a lot of points, fewer than I thought. We'll dump some points into rhetoric and hope for the best. You know what, Kim? I think it's time to play suzerainty.
Yes?
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work. The exact location and time period are left deliberately vague, but it's clearly meant to represent the economic relationship between the Revacholian suzerainty and its many vassals. The box has a nice heft to it. You hear the rattle of individual wooden tokens and feel their weight shifting back and forth. What treasures wait in store for you? Even before you open it, you can tell that this will be a meaty game of grand strategy and complex player interactions. Good thinking. It could be a collectible someday.
I'm gonna actually come back to that. I think that I might actually overshoot my target if I try to play suzerainty now. it's like Risk, right? It could last forever.
A cockatoo is a parrot with... This book talks about the...
Which means I need to waste time some other way. Hey, Manana, do you have anything new to say?
All I'm wondering, man. How can I...
Frita. I can waste time at Frita. Not very long, but a little bit.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Just trying to think if there's really... I don't know that there's really anywhere more to get tear. So let's go ahead and unequip this.
To the left of some croissants and juice bottles, you see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf. One is missing, the one you legally purchased.
Croissant.
Is this about the questions again?
A colourful display of...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
You're right. I don't need things that damage my health. Alright, let's go talk to Idiot Doom Spiral, I guess. I don't know, man. Running out of things. But first, let's stop and talk to Lena and Moral. Which does mean they're going to vanish here.
Oh, hello, sweetie. So nice to see you again. Of course, dear. Is there a particular cryptid that you're interested in learning about?
Is this bird a cryptid? Point to the tie she gave you.
No. It's the cryptid.
Wow, the cryptid?
Oh, yes.
Small silvery skull shines between fingers. Its beak sharp. Okay, what is this bird?
The eight-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said. Until...
Mutation? All of evolution is a mutation.
Until it was cited by renowned Gotvaldian explorer and naturalist Uwe Plattenkalk in 21.
This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely empty. But, of course, you are not all-knowing.
Okay, I need to hear about this sighting.
It happened on a botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Oamrau Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plattenkalk got separated from his group during a sandstorm.
Okay, and Uamrau is?
The world's largest canyon system, sweetie. It's a barren waste east of the Erg Desert. An ancient riverbed completely dried up.
What happened?
Alone in the blasted desert heat, the doctor wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped foot in over 1,000 years, since the fall of Pericarnassus. He was lost, without any navigation equipment and desperately low on water. After a day or two, he noticed a bird high in the noon sky. A great black bird. It seemed gargantuan. Every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. But by the time Uwe got there, the teratorn had taken off already, and the carcass was picked clean. This happened many times.
Eat the bird, Uwe. It's the only way to survive.
He was following it. It followed him. I understand. He started hunting it.
Yes, or rather, hunting. A bird that big has a lot of blood in it, and he was dying of thirst. For many days, Dr. Plottenkalk followed the Teratorn until they reached a great canyon wall where the bird finally landed to rest. The professor climbed up there with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with his head tucked under its wing, a great black pile of feathers on the perch. So he approached, slowly squeezing the rock in his fist.
Watch out.
Then, the Teratorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull, like a spider. And the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed, frozen into place with the rock in his hand. Whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird.
Why?
The bird was controlling his mind. It kept him from approaching. He could step back. Every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uva spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away.
Wait, but he was out of water. He would have died. Hold on. How did he survive to tell the story? An 8-eyed mind-controlling bird? Fuck yes. An 8-eyed mind-controlling bird? Come on. An 8-eyed mind-controlling bird? No way.
The 8-eyed Teratorn was indifferent to him, as long as he didn't get closer than 2 steps. It even let him feed on some carcasses up there, and the 2 unfertilized eggs it left behind.
Well, that's handy.
Absolutely, sweetie. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Wamrao is vast, mysterious, and holds many secrets.
Ooh, what kind of secrets?
Modern radar telemetry shows great promise. We will confirm this one by the end of the decade, latest.
This one I liked. Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a living fossil, and the largest bird ever to live, it also does mind control.
So that was the last anyone saw of it?
Sadly, yes. But there are numerous reports of 8-eyed bird skulls from Il Mara. And then there's the striking resemblance to the Pericarnassian imperial eagle, an ancient heraldic symbol that is hard to pass off as coincidence. The imperial eagle, too, had 8 eyes.
Not really. It's just stylization. The way they drew eyes. It's not a zoological drawing.
Very, very hard.
This one's very famous. Everyone knows it. People will be looking at that tie on you and thinking, that man is into cryptids. So,
I mean,
what
he
else
is.
do you want to know? I'm glad you like them, but I'm not really one to tell you about all of them. You should ask my husband if you get the chance. He's the real expert. Oh, yes.
It's absurd.
That's...
She's
my apologies.
It's... search...
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline. But you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite. She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this. Okay. I already did my best to inform you. By all means. So it was just a child.
He purses his lips, crestfallen.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can
The aging cryptozoologist breaks into a hideous coughing fit.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season, when it's warmer.
Man, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation. It's not worth risking your health. Should call it a day and go home. I offer to help, but I have my own things to do. Damn it, maybe I can still restock the trap for you. Come too far to quit. I'm going to restock the trap. Let's do this.
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
Really? It's too much, officer.
Yeah, something to do for the next hour and 13 minutes.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
She nods to her husband.
These are fresh fractured locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
We should be the lead discoverers.
Wow. Co-discovery? You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center.
All right. Nah, not yet. Box of locusts. Cardboard box with several rows of little holes in the lid. Though at first glance the box seems perfectly ordinary, upon closer examination of the novice have been prepared with great care. I wonder if I can find a brush somewhere else. Scribbled between the thighs of page 3 girl. L'origine du disco. Hold on. Just thinking of upcoming events with these two. Is there something I need to get off of them still?
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
Okay, it's a red check.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
So even with the cigarette, that's basically even. Come back to that some other time, I guess. Or I won't. We'll find out. Let's see if Roy has a paintbrush. My guess is that he does not. I've talked to Sea Lion in a while. Maybe I should look in over there.
Hello, hello.
A typical Martinez streetlight. All the old... You see rows of toys.
keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes, keep saving that economy. The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed. The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Oh, nice. Ah, I see a pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says sub-insulindic rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
For the first time, the street vendor's voice trails off as he watches you inspect the glasses. Try them on.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Alright, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater. Yes, but they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow, officer. You look so cool.
The street vendor has picked up his pace again. You observe the world through deep sea-tinted
And
lenses.
they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
Okay, what about these?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Minus perception plus Inland Empire. You know what? I'm buying both.
A good starter pair, officer. A man who knows his style. Much respect.
I'm gonna buy the jacket too.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Gotta prepare for...
But now I have just
below
enough for the speakers
are banged up and worthless.
in sneakers.
The sneakers triumph over them.
Not yet.
They're the star of the show here.
Okay, let's see. Boop. Boop. Can't believe I'm running the Man from Helmdahl shirt. Whatever. Do I have any better shirts? No. Arguable. 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 No. So basically I'm using the Man from Helmdahl shirt. It gives me +1 and 2 stats and -2 in another stat, but that stat is low anyway, so I don't really care that I have low stats on it. What do you mean I'm too old for this shirt? Fuck you, shirt. What did date of birth generator give me? I can't remember. Oh, minus difficulty on physique passives. It's kind of so-so, actually. I have a lot of so-so ones. That one's actually good. That one's good. That one's okay. That's fine. So-so. Okay, I guess. So-so. I'm just thinking, what do I have that I could probably... I could probably drop, like, White Morning for Apricot Chewing Gum Scented one. This one's just a straight +2 perception. Magnesium-based life form, I think, is plus volition, but minus encyclopedia or logic. Koldamama Doc was +3 perception, but -1 encyclopedia. +2 volition, -1 logic. Yeah, that's magnesium, dude. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. We'll just keep our so-so thoughts. Oh my god, I still have an hour to kill. Fuck. Ah, prank calls. We're making prank calls. We're gonna fill some traps. That'll take some time. Not very much, but some. We're gonna give Harry some emotional damage. I think that's basically our order of operations here.
trap stands empty amongst the reeds, powdered with snow. No insect sounds or movement around. Only the reeds melancholy rustling.
This was the one.
Fantastic.
Lieutenant looks around, or looks at the familiar contraption and shrugs.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
I got everything out of here? Yeah. This is the Dato, but I don't want to do
Rays
that
are
while
beginning
Kim's
to
still
die
around.
down. Look at those little bastards.
Ooh, the Ember Die. Nice.
Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
I'm a little surprised that I don't have You Saw a Good Date Spot up the coast. Oh well. Oh, Idiot Doom Spiral. That's an option too. I actually did mention him earlier. I'm here.
Tequila Sunset.
He nods in appreciation. Got any more urban
I
myths?
actually do have one. The strangest of them all. But I'll need to fortify myself before I can tell that one. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story juice.
Here, have a potent Pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
He grabs a bottle from your hand and uncorks it immediately.
This last one is the most Martinet story I've ever heard.
Takes an almost comically long swig. Thus fortified, he continues.
I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8, 9 months now, and in that time I've seen at least 3 expeditions come through, searching for something.
A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind the reeds, near an abandoned construction yard. The young men look over their shoulders suspiciously. The sound of their digging seems loud in the sudden silence.
Your lost keys?
Hey, hey! Fuck you, Tequila.
He says his voice level cryptids.
Magic animals? No, man, this is serious stuff.
Oh, then a place to call home.
No, Tequila. Most people already know where they live. It's guys like you and me that are the exceptions.
Okay, what kind of expeditions?
All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull on certain kinds of people.
Wait, what do you mean certain kinds of people?
You know, obsessive types. People with predilections.
What are we talking about?
Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking haggard and dejected. Others don't return at all. The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It was just too high concept, even for me. I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it might be too much for you to handle.
I can handle it.
Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there. Our story begins at a legendary design studio, right here in Martinez. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man. That is, if he even existed. Who knows? It's an urban legend, after all. Anyway, sometime later he started his own personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking some glass-smooth, forward-looking design language, the kind of thing that would totally overthrow the old regime, design-wise.
A paradigm-shattering revolutionary?
But then, something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work go hand in hand.
Wait, did someone say cocaine?
You know tequila, nose candy, the white railroad, party powder.
The kids on the streets also call it Snow Day.
Or Emelan gold. For the plateau on which most of the world's supply is grown and harvested, typically by slave labor.
Sinus salt, the white knight.
Can't see, for its popularity among the aristocratic class of the prior century.
Along with a number of more banal street names. Blow, of course, but also flake, powder, pearl. Really, anything that's white will work. He's talking about cocaine, baby.
Whoa, got me. Are you referring to cocaine?
Shit, yeah, tequila. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
He gives you a comradely bump on the shoulder as a couple milliliters of booze slosh out of the bottle. Wasteful. So what happened to him?
You've got to understand, the work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular amounts of cocaine just weren't cutting it. By the end, they were bringing it in by the lorry load. Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much cocaine can't be healthy for a regular human, right?
Right. Wrong. Do it all the time. All day.
All the time? Okay.
Hey, tequila, pay attention. The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his pièce de résistance, an advert so minimal it contained neither text nor images, just pure white. Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard of cocaine."
F's to pay
But
respects.
the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy, the coroner discovered nearly a quarter kilo of coke jammed into his nasal cavity. That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Saramoritzian pure. Not that cut-rate shit your grandma does. There are those who believe the designer was buried with this quarter key of nose candy still lodged in his sinuses. That's what those expeditions are looking for.
The cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull?
The cocaine skull.
Wow, and do people think the skull's still here in Martinez?
No. Wow. Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design studio, was born in Martinez. A local boy, Martin Martinez. That's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Perhaps right under Ab's pipe there.
He points to the pipe.
Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard in Martinez proper. A hidden mausoleum, no one knows exactly.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay somewhere on the islets on the bay.
This is ludicrous and physically impossible. Sinuses can contain that amount of anything.
Now, detective. Always the skeptic.
I'm sure you could fill your sinuses with a quarter kilo of something.
My only question is, where does one get a shovel?
Yeah, for real. What do these expeditions plan to do with it? Snort it, duh.
The archaeologists say they want to put it in a museum, the gangsters say they want to sell it on the black market, and the ad agency guys say they're seeking inspiration.
Bullshit. They just want to snort it. But you could beat them to it, Harry. You could snort the magic skull cocaine instead.
I'm pretty sure they all just want to snort it, though.
And why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like right strong stuff.
Rosemary, you said something about islets?
Don't listen to him or his grandma. He's just making things up.
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater. Or no, maybe it was the storm sewers.
Or maybe it's in the air. Or in an ancient state pyramid offshore.
In a pyramid? Now that would be something.
What have you learned from the other expeditions?
They're pretty vague about it in general. The gangsters like to claim they're looking for the grave of a friend with picks and shovels. The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they're conducting serious research. Honestly, I think they're not really scientists, just rich. The junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They just say they're looking to snort some blow out of a dead man's nasal cavity.
Honest men on an honest quest. You should join them.
I should. Too bad this
By
isn't an
now,
actual
I'd
quest.
say I know about as much about it as anyone on the coast.
Okay, I'm convinced. Let's go find it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on just a minute. Finding it right now is literally impossible.
Oh yeah, why's that idiot doom spiral?
What?
Why?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry too, yet it is impassable. And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production to do the cocaine skull justice. You need new gear, people who know what they're doing, all kinds of provisions.
We're in the city. You don't need any of that crap.
It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact, unless a bunch of money just falls out of the sky, we might never know what's up with that skull.
I have to agree. We barely have what we need to solve the case we've got now. We can't afford to run around chasing after quasi-mythical pieces of drug paraphernalia.
Boo.
Besides, it would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in something that has the word cocaine writ large on it. The PR is tricky on this.
Damn, it's too bad.
Wait. Maybe there's another way. Maybe up around the coast. Don't give up now.
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get our chance. Not that I can think of, currently.
Guess that makes sense. You have been drinking a lot.
That might be the case. Yeah. Right. I've never...
A shovel hits the...
You know, some of the first...
There's no... You know.
I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story. Okay, there was...
He existed all right. You feel it deep within your basal ganglia. He was as real as you are.
What the fuck are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about.
Anyway, sometime later he started his own person. But then now.
Right. Wrong. All...
Hey, apparently the idea was... But there are the...
The cocaine scum.
No. That's... Or...
No,
This is...
Now, my only question is... What?
I have...
Wait.
Yeah, Please! Okay, so now it's a pirate...
Okay. We lost the potent Pilsner. Let's see how much Rosemary sells it for. Frita sold it for 3 real.
The legend! He's back. And firstly, I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up. Bottoms up, Captain.
Getting it on sale. Woo. Okay, we have 35 minutes to kill. Let's go make some funny phone calls. Relax, it's not yours. It didn't crash every MC in Revachol, hopefully.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome.
This is gonna
You
cost
can
money,
use
isn't it?
to call someone, unless you're out of change. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Put in 10 cents and dial a random number 055-2403-155.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
Yes, it's me, Pierre.
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died.
That's not. It gets lonely even with your people.
Sure, you're Pierre. Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Alright, let's dial a random number again. 055-5117-912.
Calling. Still calling. Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hi, Gerard.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, your electricity.
Is electricity there? I need to speak with electricity, please.
No, but I got a feeling I'll kick your ass is gonna make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
See, this is why you don't answer your phone, everyone. Harry Dubois could be calling you. And being a dummy, put 10 cents in and dial a random number. 00599777313.
Calling. 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 Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man.
Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical.
I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Yes, but slight change of plans. I want this delivered to the Whirling Rags and Martinez.
Tethys. Hey! You're not Tethys. Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Disconnect tone.
Let's the lieutenant's ready to move now. No, we need to kill some more time. Put 10 cents in and dial a random number. 005-1111313.
Calling.
I'm tired.
Man answers fast this time. His voice is hoarse from cigarettes. You hear typing in the background.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
What are you tired of?
Writing. I hate writing so much. But I have to get back to it.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens.
Free call.
Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
Ooh, we have a white check with White Morning and Smells Like Betrayal and Sorry Cop. Surely this won't go bad.
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Then move one up and repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before.
Wait, what'd I just do?
You dialed 001. This is not the area code of Revachol. It is another destination on another Isola. Some far-off nation-state. 005 is Revachol, ZOC. 001 is Grad, on the Gradian Isola, where the telephone was invented. The next two digits you dial are the area code for the city of Mirova.
Keep dialing.
414447. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air.
Keep dialing.
1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling.
Shenmue flashbacks.
Yes. 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place.
Hell of a phone
far
number.
Away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks. 451 You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection. An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle. The wash of a strange ocean full of white noise.
How many digits is
a
this?
A little bird starts ringing in there.
11,
Not like the local
14,
calling
16,
tone
18,
before. No,
24,
a small ring.
27-digit phone number.
Distortion. Far away. A distant network of phones. Calling. Calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rising with each ring.
Kind of, actually.
Calling still.
And I even know what happens here.
Ringing
Probably why.
by the bedside of a dark but capacious apartment with long windows. You know this to be true.
Huh. Pain threshold playing the part of Shivers right now.
The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy.
Long windows. How do I know that?
You just do. And you know it is going to hurt.
My volition is...
The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows.
Damn, I kind of wish that I had this after I complete the call.
You can't. Some strange force is keeping the headset glued to your hand. Your ear listening to the ring in the speaker. Calling. 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 Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Hello?
She sounds sleepy. Hello, I want to die. Who is this? Can't tell you who I am. I have a secret plan with mankind. 3,000 years of peace on this planet. I have to be ominously vague. Your voice is so beautiful. Goodbye. She hums, her voice warm from sleep.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
Dora. The name feels like a gift. A gift that was meant for you. To make it possible to live. And fight. In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing.
Don't react.
It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
Goodbye.
A sigh. She heard you, but she does not hang up. And
damn,
neither do you.
I tried.
You can't. That's it. You're caught in a trap.
No.
It'll take quite a while for the shit circus to end now.
This is Apocalypse Cop. We're gonna leave that one alone.
What?
I don't know why I said that. There we go. We just need to get to the point where she knows who we are. Alright. Her voice sounds like she's waking up now. Still plaintive, tired.
This is too much. You need to recede.
Creature's a creature. I wish I was the wind. No.
Silence. The connection falters. You
Get
hear
some help,
her
Harry.
last words repeated back to you in an echo.
Is that you?
Yes.
No. It's you, isn't it?
Oh, I had to pick this one? Fine.
You're not ominous, Harry. You're drunk.
I'm actually not drunk right now. Harry, how do you know my name?
Because it's me. Look, I don't understand what you're saying or why you're calling me. You seem drunk.
I'm not drunk or high for once. I actually haven't really used too many drugs in this run through, probably because my stats are even and I've been able to just kind of get through most checks normally, eventually. But yeah.
Oh, God.
There's silence. It's heavy as tin. The white noise howls. Hey, ooh, are you there? Say nothing.
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
Sounds like she's looking for a clock on the nightstand.
4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
You're in Morova, right? Where are you going in 2 hours? I am the law. I'm the detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man.
Yes, I'm in Morova. Sleeping.
I want to talk about me. Who am I? You sound like you know me.
What do you want to talk
Oh
about?
shit, that happened.
We haven't
Alright.
talked about
Oh hey, we have health damage. That means we can go fail a red check somewhere. Where was that red check I was going to fail? Actually, there's one just up ahead. Alright, yeah, we're good. We're good. We'll get that health back, no problem. I'm not going to waste a heal on this.
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
My heart hurts. I'm going to have a heart attack.
Oh no. Please stop. Please, let's just hang up.
Okay.
Your hand isn't moving.
No!
The headset hisses in your ear with evil sadness. She does not answer anymore.
I'm going to solve it. Doesn't matter. This case doesn't matter. None of it matters anymore. Can you help me solve it? I need to solve it. They won't take me back if I don't.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
Emotional damage. No. I'm not wasting my money. I know that she doesn't pick up, so. Alright, it is, in fact, 10 p.m. Is she here? The answer is not yet. Shit. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go to the church. I think basically if I just walk into another room and then walk back out, I'll be fine. And we need hand-eye coordination and reaction speed here, I think. So... I have shockingly little hand-eye coordination and reaction speed. Fair enough. I'm going to take some meth then. Oh, that's going to be another negative health. Yoinks. Okay, she should be here now. Yep, there she is. I feel like I should.
Put your hands where I can see them. Show me your hands. This is the pace. Show me your hands. Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
Wait, what should we do, Kim?
This is bad. Getting your weapon back is the priority. We can't have an unhinged civilian running around with a gun.
Comply, or I will light you the fuck up.
Easy, ma'am. Take it easy.
Failure to comply. Suspect is displaying aggression. Officer, under duress! Officer, under duress!
Her eyes bulge with terror. Veins protrude on her forehead.
I am the police. Don't move. Don't move. Hands on your head. Suspect is armed and dangerous.
I'm not moving.
Suspect is on the loose. Suspect at large. extra lick with a baton or extra knee strike above was what was actually required. Suspect is under control. Suspect is under control.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing. This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
Alright, this is awkward timing. I'm going to go ahead and take a break here before we start trying to work the pigs down. We've got an ad running in a couple minutes anyways, so I'll be back in a couple minutes, guys. Stay tuned. Alright, thanks for waiting, everybody. I know that having these sirens run for like the last 5 minutes isn't anxiety-inducing at all. Alright. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I have lots of heals. Basically, I'm assuming I'm going to fail this, and with a failed red check, I would have gained that health back anyways. Oh well. Officer in need of assistance. Her eyes dart between you and Kim. Suspect at large. Get on the ground.
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk, alright?
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot! Big red key! Big red key!
Big red key. That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this. What happened to make her like this?
Wow, we got a formidable empathy check. I believe like 8? 7. Okay.
Loneliness.
Challenging is 12. Yeah.
Yes, sure. But also in a less abstract way. The neurodegenerative disease I mentioned earlier.
Ma'am, we're here to help. Tell us what's wrong.
The woman looks at you, but through you. Like you don't exist. Her eyes gleam feverishly, and the rotating police beacon lights reveal deep scratch marks on her cheeks. Sometimes when things get very bad, it's good to remind yourself that you have a body by scratching it.
This is the police! Unlawful engagement! Hands on the ground! Scumbag!
So this is what the weather's like on the other end of a cop's gun.
Kim? I hear you, ma'am. Hands go into the ground.
Fascinating. See? This is what happens when we are not around.
Please identify yourself, ma'am.
It's the goddamn police, shitbag! Hug the pavement! You're under arrest!
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
You on drugs?
Confiscated contraband! Restricted access! 2 kilos missing! Eyewitness report compromised!
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
You're not the police. We are the police.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier Dubois, 41st Precinct. This is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57th.
No. No. I thought Mr. Moran. Gareth.
Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Hey, I'm in full RCM lieutenant's uniform. Look at my partner. We're cops, alright. Really are cops. Look, white rectangles. Really are cops. Look at my badge. Take out your badge and show her.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in dispatch! Sector! Azimuth!
She's losing it. One twitch and there would be blood.
There will be blood!
We can't leave. A delirious civilian is pointing firearm at us. Your firearm. You need to solve this.
Alright,
hey.
Here's how we do it. As soon as that gun isn't pointed at you again, you dash right. Then immediately close the distance. Left hand grabs the barrel, right one breaks the wrist. No, that won't be necessary. Look closer. The gun, all 3 barrels, red and blue light shining through. It's not loaded.
Kim, I'm almost certain there are no bullets in that gun.
I've been thinking that too, but it's impossible to tell for certain in these lighting conditions.
My god, it's not loaded. The gun isn't loaded. Ma'am, the weapon you're holding is mine, and I know it has no bullets. The woman looks at the weapon in disbelief, her eyes suddenly reddish with tears. She looks straight down the barrel and squeezes the trigger. Wait.
This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. What is this? Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Yeah, Roy, why did you sell her this?
She looks devastated. Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
Yeah, I need that.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
You're not alone. We're all here. What do you think is happening to her? Should we just arrest her?
The woman stands in front of you, motionless, unresponsive, almost like an inanimate object now. A mountain of police paraphernalia. In there she is alone, trapped in a world of blue and red lights.
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
Why would she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8. And loneliness.
Nod, neurodegenerative disease. Yes, this is what happens when you listen to too many cop shows on the radio. You're probably right, Nod. Loneliness. This will never know.
Could be. Her hands were trembling, and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her? I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without a gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
Wait, I was really hoping I could have her call one of those station ships. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, Titus sounds like just the man for the job. I don't want to endorse the Hardy Boys' inflated sense of self-worth. They're not cops, we are. Still think we can just leave her like this, she'll be fine.
That would just be a waste of paper. I mean, look at her. She's not going to respond to a station slip.
Oh, station call slip. I was thinking she could call the warship for me. That's what that was. Yeah.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling.
I don't think I've ever had Titus take care of her.
They might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
She remembers. It seems like a reflex. Half remembered sentence.
She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more. The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them? Do.
Shake her shoulder.
The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
Pick up the RCM cap.
Doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
Mine? No, it's ours. The RCM's.
It's your hat.
Lieutenant nods.
You take
Wink.
the file.
Oh, we got Prolodon and speed. All right.
Bottle of speed as evidence, obviously.
You might not want to take those. You seem to have a slight problem.
I might be high now, but I'm not normally.
Listen to him, for once.
Fine, you take them. I'm confiscating these as evidence. I need to do this case. I need everything I can get. Say nothing.
Thank you. I'm doing this to help you. We need to focus on the case.
He's grateful you did this.
I have quite a bit, and I can get more. In fact, let's have a look-see. So I have 4 speed, and he took all my Prolodon. Well, that's bad. I needed that. Shit. Rosemary! My man! I'm actually going to wait until I send my good friend Kim Kitsuragi to bed. But first, let's go talk to Titus. Okay, so actually, real quick, I'm gonna check with Kuno as well, because he also sells speed.
Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck about it? You're get lost. The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Yeah. The kingdom of Kuno. Yeah, whatever. Kuno.
I think I got all the speed I was gonna get off of Kuno. Okay, so we have to buy it from Rosemary then. Damn it. Or wait, no, Pearlodon. I'm good on speed. I need acid. I didn't realize Kim was gonna steal all of my stuff.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Already bought that too. Shit. Okay, well, yeah, that's actually really bad. Hmm.
Traffic. Now that
sure narrows down our...
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I doubt it, but I can...
The pawnbrokers.
Sure. Let me have a look. Another time, perhaps.
Shit. Is it a one-time thing? Okay. This is a long shot, and I may have already gotten it, but there may be some in the coal room. It's worth checking. You know what? This is I'm role playing right now. I'm role playing Harry Dubois instead of going to talk to Titus to advance the case or whatever. Do actual meaningful police work. I'm hunting for drugs. I already got it. Damn it, Kim. Give me my Pearlodon back. I needed that. Well, it's a good thing that methamphetamine also increases psyche. Because I'm gonna need it. At least I can buy meth. Okay, let's go and turbocharge Authority. I'm hopped up on speed as it is, so... surprisingly, not Authority, alright. I know the boots are. What else?
It's you again. What is it?
Oh, it's a rhetoric check. I'm dumb. Anyway, it's an old catatonic lady in the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep, her.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kurong or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig?
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
Nope, she didn't have anything of mine.
No? Well, whatever then, Copper.
Titus chugs his beer down and wipes his mouth.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
What's her name? Her real name?
Auntie LaPlante. We always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
He says, pouring himself another drink. Marianne Amigo LaPlante.
Fuck you, Pig. What the fuck you are playing at, huh?
Easy, Al. Don't let him get to you. Have one for Auntie LaPlante, huh?
Don't disrespect Miss LaPlante, Copper. She's good people. We all get a little crazy sometimes.
Actually, this is good. I'm getting more information about the pigs' background that I don't know that I've gotten before.
Was? Like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
The children kept her together.
How'd you get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
Somebody who wanted to set the world right before it ends. Ever think of that? More like, who wouldn't? Cool uniforms, fast machines, pack and heat, sign me up. Law enforcement is a respectful occupation, sir. You can't but feel partially responsible for the unhealthy culture that poor woman latched onto. I'm sorry.
Respectable professions don't shoot kids, Cerdo. They don't beat confessions out of prisoners.
Easy there, Al. Sit down. We got one of our own to take care of, so let's not get worked up.
Where'd she get all her gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
Station 41. A man carries a crate of rusted, unused badges. You think these would net us something at the annual auction? A balding detective drags a comb futilely across his head. Shit, who'd want those? Just dump them into the river.
Thanks for helping out with this one, Titus.
No problemo, cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
I take off now. I need to re-equip, because I equip for authority whenever this is actually a rhetoric check. Froggy visor, we want... not those boots. Those are fine. Where's the rhetoric shirt? It's the polo, I think. Yeah. Which means my rhetoric up to, ooh, a big whopping 4. Hell yeah. Well, we got some points, so we can dump into it if needed. Just checking my thoughts progress. 41%. Alright.
It's you again. What is it?
Starting from the right, sit across. He spent his youth
Oh.
in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations, hard to
Shit,
say
it might be
hotels.
worth going through some of these
ink
old
is fading.
dialogue options again to see if we can get some encyclopedia checks.
And then, standard working boot. Steel. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. In the far corner, stand on his neck. Let's call this one size in the middle. In conclusion, the exact.
The fuck is with you, fella?
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim. One of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez, their district, their responsibility. Outside in the evening light, ruined and old, shadows lengthen on the pavement. A distant gunshot. Huh?
Lieutenant raises his brow.
He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. And Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you.
Because of
Or
some because of some chick, because you're a foreigner, because you work for the wrong people, because they like killing.
Goddamn right. This is Union Town. You work for the company, we will kill you.
Fuck, Dennis. We don't kill you if you work for the company. Half the harbor works for the company.
Work for the wrong company, and they execute you.
They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make a display of your corpse. They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They don't even remember. They just hang you, shoot you, light you on fire. They don't care.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, his voice strangely calm.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
What? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? What happens if I keep talking to you? You're gonna kill me too? In this bar for nothing?
No. I'm not gonna do it. I'm too old for a shot like that now.
You hear that, Angus? They're gonna kill me too. Wait, let's go back. I want to say something else.
Suddenly, there's an awful ringing in your ears. Your body temperature
Oh, am I dead?
spikes. You're burning all over with fear. The most terrible fear. Bigger than any before. To your right, you sense the air move. The lieutenant draws his firearm. You only manage to perform one more movement. An instinctive jerk to your left. Then, no sound. No one screams. It's impossible to say where it comes from. More dead cops.
Oh no.
From the district
I died.
of Martinez, as the bodies of 2 police officers are found floating in the canal. It is believed the officers were pursuing a murder investigation, but got caught in the dock workers' strike and...
So I think that I know I got an autosave before.
Such needless loss of life is truly tragic. A local union leader, Everett Clare, commented and added that although the event is truly horrid, we can expect similar incidents to follow if right-wing vigilantes are allowed to run around uncontrolled and try to wriggle their way into well-organized neighborhoods.
Yeah. That's too bad. Oh well.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. This life is gone.
I don't think she's gonna be here. Okay, lesson learned, we are not going to give Kim the drugs. Because we'll lose all of our parole. Or, hold on. want to fuck that one up yet. That's a thought. So I think I only have one reaction speed item. It's that, and we're gonna do everything the same, but we're just gonna mash through dialogue.
Her head.
Madame, please drop the...
You shouldn't be here.
This is bad.
Comply, or I will light you the fuck up.
The man
Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground. Get on the goddamn ground.
In her mind.
Be careful.
This is dangerous. You're 70% certain.
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need...
Disturbance.
Big red key. What happened? Lonely. Yes. Sure. But also in a less woman. Sometimes when... So this is what the weather's like. On the other end of a cop's gun.
Fascinating. See? This is what happens when we're not around.
It's a gut.
As she waves her hand.
Conscious.
I don't think she's on drugs.
Back up. No.
What's the situation?
Law enforcement compromised. Impersonating a police officer. License and registration.
She's losing it. One twitch and there will be blood. Alright. No, that won't be necessary.
I've been thinking that too, but it's impossible to tell for certain.
What? This isn't police. Please, God, always have bullets.
Okay.
What is this? Why did you sell me?
She grabbed the gun.
No.
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around.
The woman's in there. She is alone.
She's in a... Honestly, I don't know. Could be. Her hands were trembling. She's in a stupor. I don't... We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local... Then we can... But I think...
Please.
She's... The woman stands slumped. She is one of the... There were narcotics in the old woman. She...
Oh.
It's hard to say. It's been so...
It's your hand.
You take the fight.
You might not want...
Listen to him.
I guess I got my answer.
Okay. So that gives me what? 7 Perlodon instead of 0 and... Not much meth though. Oh. Wait, what the hell did I take? Speed. Oh, I have a shit ton of... Oh! He took my speed bottle too. Okay, I didn't even notice that. I'll equip that so I don't accidentally use it. Okay, I think we can just go straight to Titus now. Let's gear up for rhetoric. I like how the Hanged Man is still an available white check on my map, even though his body has been cut down for several days, and we sent it to the morgue yesterday.
It's you again. What is it?
Your look.
Yeah, God.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
No.
No.
I don't remember.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Auntie,
Marianne, amigo.
be anything else you wanted to know? Wows? Like before?
Us kids, the children kept her together.
Get wanted to be.
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Respect.
Easy there, Dunno.
Police paraphernalia.
Station 41.
Nope.
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
I'm gonna save. It's because these guys kill you if they don't like you. They've proven that multiple times already.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
I need more perception. I know the Franco-Nigerian cavalry boots give me more. Let's see if there's anything else.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. Nothing.
Ooh.
Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn, nor does the light come in from this window.
I'm going to try again in the morning and see if I can avoid having to put the point into perception. Although it honestly would be a good idea to do it anyways, but because I know that this is, you get a positive modifier if it's light out. And it being 10:30 at night, it isn't. All right.
It's you again. What is it?
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good.
Okay, man, it's clearly being played like a fiddle. Play an imaginary fiddle.
No, we fucking ain't, asshole. No one's fiddling anyone in here.
No, Glenn. I want to hear this. Who do you think is fucking fiddling me?
Who do you think?
I think you're losing it, Fiddle Man.
No. This fucking suicide carny is trying to get to me. This ain't gonna work with Titus Hardy. Put the fiddle down. Or walk away. It's that simple.
He'll put the fiddle down. Put it down, officer.
I do not understand. This fiddle play totally fell apart. The concept was solid, but the delivery tragically off. You sounded like a madman, not a cop.
Okay. I'll take that L, whatever. We'll just put a point into rhetoric.
It's you again. What is it?
It's kind of come apart of the seams a little bit, hasn't it? No? There we go.
Convinced Titus is being manipulated? Bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter. Just remember, it's about more than Clausia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility. Outside,
La responsabilité.
light, ruined and old. Shadows lengthen on the pavement. A distant gunshot.
They're all on 11. Oh, 8. Okay. So case closed then.
He'll get it. Go on.
Martinez will kill you just because they don't like you.
Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
some chick.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
The man's fists under the table are balled. You can tell from his neck and shoulders. He means it.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the wild north.
Just telling you, like in the dark, make a display of your corpse.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod. What? What does that mean? Go for it. The lieutenant has his eyes set on the fat guy. Push Angus. We're almost there.
What, you're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking
We
reason?
didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Takes a breath, wheezing.
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment.
I mean, yeah, I should have pushed Angus the first time. It was a mistake not to. Oh well.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
Kim, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
I'm sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some
Girls, plural.
Girls, plural? There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How'd you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
The rat-faced man snickers.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
Turns back to you.
That's okay with the fat man. Still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. And there was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs, the 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
If Classio didn't kill him, then why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
Didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking?
They can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
Those people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Killed the Merc.
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
You had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The missing eighth heart of the other girl.
The big guy turns to Glenn, who's about to say something. The blonde shuts his mouth before a word escapes.
I'll say it again. All the Hardy Boys are right here, cop. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus. Feminism, go!
We're Hardy Boys. And that's it.
Sure, but can you tell me anything about this affiliate name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klausya you want to talk to.
Yeah, we have to go to Klausya and then come back down here.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go.
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
She, Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you'd still prefer if we didn't take her away.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Lieutenant slides his notebook into his pocket and turns to leave. Okay, it might be a little late to talk to Klausya, especially if I talk to Lena.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
Restock the empty trap. Where's Moral?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
She manages to smile for you.
Her smile is wary. Earlier, the bullions has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in the reeds.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
So who's going to check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Once more to the breach, then.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
What's wrong, Lena? You seem different.
Different? How?
You're not telling me the whole story. You've given up on the Phasmid. Never mind.
I'm not. It's not that.
She doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian Phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
Are you saying you made it up? You seem to really believe what happened. Doesn't that count for something? So you haven't seen it. Should I arrest you for lying?
No, at least I don't think I did, but Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the Phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief made me believe too. But now we're both getting old and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
First, tell her that her marriage hasn't been alive. Man, my suggestion is really bad. Hold on. Tell this. I still believe you saw the Phasmid.
A true believer. Sometimes I still see it too.
Skipping the red check. Oh wait, I could have gotten some morale back.
It was there. Not the memory of the memory, but
whoops.
It's so hard to tell the two apart.
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent god.
Either way,
whoops.
I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
You do that. I'll check the traps one more time.
Really?
Yes, really.
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
Can I have your address just in case there's news?
Okay. It's 1113 Tabernacle Road. Jamrock, but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Oh, don't be so down, Lena. Careful out there, Lena. It's been a pleasure, man. The rest of it is pretty grim. Thanks for bringing some light.
You too, sweetie. Thank you for everything, truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
The sentence remains unfinished.
A waste of time. A dream. A fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine sputters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's snowing.
We should go too. Yes?
Okay, we got a point. Speaking of points, I should probably... Oh, he's gone. Damn it. You're not, though.
Hi again, Gendarme. Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I live here. My room's right upstairs. I'm here to drink myself into oblivion. I'm here to kick ass and solve a case I'm working on. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just go wherever life takes me.
Maybe you should figure it out, Detective. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions. Sure. Bye-bye, Jean.
Okay. She is not out. Okay. I think I'm just gonna punt on this day here. No, we're gonna try one more thing. We're going to equip the Kvalsund. Oh, we got the gun, yay. We're going to equip our Man from Helmdall shirt if we can find the damn thing. Yeah, there it is. Any other physical instrument stuff? Is this in a weird spot? It is in a weird spot, okay. My cursor kept resetting, so I had to check. See if we've thought out enough to do this. It's been a couple hours.
This orange machine is dead still.
Okay. If it hasn't thought out by the morning, I will, I'll drop a point into it. It is time for bed.
It's getting cold. This late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the
Uh-oh,
shop
he
in the
called me
morning.
officer. Rip. I thought we had a thing going, Kim. You're seeing a thermodynamic expander condenser style. Nice. Alright, speaking of my low suggestion, we have 4 pips that we can put into it. Let's see if we can put any suggestion stuff on so we can go on a dato with Lillian. It's gonna be difficult. I have minus 2% or suggestion from other stuff. From thoughts. Oh my god, that's all I have. There's no way.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and the waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
Alright, I'm gonna go run up the coast real quick. So I feel like I should have gotten a prompt at some point being like, oh, this would be a great place to take someone on a dato. Relay tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay, barely.
Just dead and dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor things.
Okay. Maybe it's just a minus modifier if you hadn't gone up the coast on that roll with Lillian. Yeah, this is gonna be tough to do without dumping a lot into suggestion, which I mean I could. And without taking a bunch of drugs.
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
So yeah, with 2... Oh, heroic is 15. Yeah, I'd need to roll a 12. With 1 drugs to get it to 3, I'd still need to roll a 12. With 2 drugs, assuming that I can have both speed and Peralodon at the same time, that gets it to like 6%. That's still pretty bad. Welp. Never mind. Or no, wait, that would be getting it to... That basically be a +3 modifier. So it'd be like 12%. Yeah, I don't know.
It's getting cold.
Alright, so we do have some time before Harry conks out here. Let's read some stuff. Have I gotten everything in the ledger?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Oh, and an incredibly cool piece of kitchen tissue is stuck to the back. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
I'm actually gonna read a book.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile.
So we did that one. Did we do this one?
Medicinal purpose.
Yes.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo.
I've not done Greatest
Salomão
Innocence, though.
Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and heavy.
Crack it open.
Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. You can do it. It'll be worth it. There's something here. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. You ready?
Sure, why not?
That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence? Oh yeah, this is what I was made for.
That's so alright. Go on, give me all the hints you got.
A pop quiz is a short examination designed to test your knowledge without any prior warning or announcement. Such exams allow the teacher to assess how thoroughly the students have retained the material at hand. Voila. Now blast that first innocence. Thanks for nothing. Dolores Day. Dolores. Incorrect. Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism,
Pain threshold, you let me down.
internationalism, and the welfare state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern, she was powerful and beautiful on all her icons. Her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts. You see a flash silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps? Steer clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one.
What?
A strange sensation of loss.
Come on!
When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this. Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who was the first innocence? Incorrect. Sola was anointed during the previous century and even lived to see the current one. She was an urban planner who spoke her mind and largely left history to its own devices. encouraging people to excel on their own, rather than prescribing to a deified model of history. She is often called an anti-innocence. Sola resigned after an assassination attempt by a Yugo nationalist who blamed her for not taking the side of the left during the turn-of-the-century revolutions. Innocences don't usually resign. Care to try again? Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
Sure, try again. I trust you got my back.
An innocence is the
God.
highest category of historical personage in the world. A literal personification of history. Traditionally, an innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general. At least, the parts that matter.
Yes, so interesting, but I thought you'd give me the answer to the question.
I can do better. Okay, so commonly, an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help?
No.
Damn. Dolores.
Let's try Franco Negro.
Correct.
Hey.
Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept
Damn, I could have learned
of the
something
nation.
about the other person.
Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false innocence?
Alright, Encyclopedia, hit me.
Got it under control. No problem. Solid on this one. It's widespread historical information.
You gonna be helpful this time? I could use a hint.
Yes, there exists a group called the Founding
We weren't even
Party,
talking about that.
known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericarnacian. This, the world's oldest international organization, spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members.
I mean, I'm getting experience and money out of this, so I'm not too complainy, but still. Sigh heavily out loud.
There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault. At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false. She's beautiful. No, stop thinking it. I said it wasn't her. She was true.
Stepan the Despicable. It's too obvious. Let's go Erno Pasternak.
Correct.
Damn it!
There have been a number of counter or false innocences. Some assumed to have innocentic qualities. Some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Erno Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all.
I mean,
the most precious.
Dolores Day, we've
to
already covered this.
humankind.
Let's see if it even gives me a choice.
I've got it. Honest.
Okay. Are you sure this time? I'll bite. Hint me.
Of course, this is my thing. The reason I exist in this world. The correct answer is Franco Negro.
You're absolutely certain of this?
Zero doubts. While it was actually her. Correct. The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence. A most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow, and more beautiful, and more beautiful, and more beautiful.
Easy there, pain threshold.
Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get a C, vaguely passable. A solid effort with nothing much else to show. Nice going, mediocrity man. You would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
Damn you, you arrogant book.
You're shouting at an inanimate object like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answers.
I'm new to this world. Leave me alone. Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. 16 Days of the Coldest April. Did I read Man from Helmdall yet? I don't think so. I know I read this one.
Hold in your hand.
I haven't read Dick Mullen yet.
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April.
Oops.
By Yekatina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow. Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead. It would do that in Grad.
How long is this book anyway?
You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long. Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading.
Alright, let's look at the back cover.
The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
What does she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you.
Cool.
In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturned motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. The Yugograd riots took place from 27 to 29. Fueled by ethnic unrest and the state's repressive tactics, these events are often seen as marking the end of a brief period of liberalization known as the Yugograd Spring. Like all such periods, it is frequently memorialized in art and literature. As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes.
What happens next? Obviously, they get separated and never see each other again.
It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
Yes.
Fuck it. Do it. It can't be worse than what you've already felt.
Exactly.
They go through a brief,
it.
somewhat awkward love
Oh, it's
affair.
both. Shit.
And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment.
Remember whenever I was
in
full on
his
both health
whole
and
life.
morale?
And
good times.
In the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft.
It's not like I need volition anyways. Or endurance for that matter.
She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one.
Word.
The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit.
Why can't I put this book
life
away?
leaves their remains between the soil sheets. Their final thoughts are filled with regret. Good stuff. I fucking loved this.
Alright, let's read... Oops. God damn it. One case file. Oop, no, I want to equip that. Get back. Does this actually give me anything? Inland Empire and Empathy. Oh, that's good to know.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hang. Oh, and an incredibly. It takes about half an hour. It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
But
that's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
Sequence killer?
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? Don't worry. One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
Murder at the hookah parlor.
Murder. Tum tum tum. At the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Right, on with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister.
Yeah.
Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills.
So it shows Joseph Mills and his partner J.M. initials only. It's probably just Joseph Mills.
Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Wait, was Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Go on.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Can you get high off it?
No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything.
Really stupid.
Yeah. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin, movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy, really sharp edge.
He sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, hit his head on the table, and died.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
What was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed piecing it together. Next. Not much has changed in the meanwhile.
Okay, bedtime. Unless my electrochemistry is really bad too.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see?
So hold on. How high can I pump this up? Electrochemistry. 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 Electrochemistry.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression.
I'm willing to run this one low.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression
Roll 6
belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
That's fine. We'll just dump a point in electrochemistry, try it again, probably with some alcohol. Pants. I think I was using the fallen pants. Wherever they are. And those. Alright. Time for bed.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
I'm hoping I get some healing after going to bed. We'll see what happens.
The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Great, this is gonna be really chill. Dark shore my ass. I know what this is. Yeah, just let me sleep.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
I don't care. That doesn't scare me. Okay, so I'm a murderer and that's bad. Shut up. I just want to sleep.
Hear that? Iceman wants to sleep. He doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Black water under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
What is it? Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors.
Oh, we'll get the last stream. It'll be fine. Actually, it'll be terrible, but whatever.
Flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
The last dream?
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
The aerial smell of apricots, her face forms in summertime. I don't want to anymore. I don't want to think either one of these things.
Of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
Doesn't sound like it'll be okay. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Time to wake up. Nice. Full heal. How are we doing on this thought? 85%. Okay, so it's what, like an hour and a half left, something like that? Okay. Alright, Kim, it's time to go check on that ice cream maker. Should be open. Good morning.
Yes? What do you want to know?
Nothing.
Good.
Our tenant, the policeman. I heard a lullaby my mother used, sir.
That's kind of grim for a children's song.
Yes, it does. Not much.
So...
No.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
Well, and now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the... Before you get to the church, I don't know exactly. Of note, the old fish mark no. Now, what catch we do bring in? What? Use.
Nothing is.
And now you know everything there is to.
Okay. I was hoping I'd get an encyclopedia check on one of those and get some more points. Alright. We are going to see if we can get the filament out of the bear fridge.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Alright, let's try this volition check.
Whatever
Nice.
she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and... Alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Alright, let's call her again.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. A strange metallic taste fills your mouth as you stare at the intercom. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Hi, it's me again. I wanted to talk to you.
My gosh.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax.
Please don't
Distance
hang up.
yourself from it.
Oops. I just want to explain myself.
It's you. My gosh. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Wait, are you repeating your words?
Michelle, just please.
Even her breathing, the way her voice drops when she finishes a sentence sounds exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months.
Doesn't matter what I say, you're just going to continue, right?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box. Your hands are getting cold and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Is it over? Can we talk now?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
Say nothing.
It's so nice.
Oh, she got hit by the pail. Ha ha ha.
It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
You're recording.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this.
Oh, please don't give me another morale hit.
Anger boils up in your chest.
It's just a recording. And here I thought, why does it still feel like it's my fault? Go ahead, ancient recording, cry then.
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Let's keep listening.
The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before.
Ew.
Glorious and total somehow. Crawling inside your head.
Might be taking a hit on health here.
For 300 years I have been here, volatile and luminous, made of sodium and rain. If you want me, you can find me on the beach. Dans la dernière balle.
So...
Strange alien thought pattern ends. The lieutenant cuts in, inspecting the intercom.
It was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
We had a recording trapped in the circuitry?
Mm-hmm. I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
Looks at the sea, almost wistful. Something weird just happened to me.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That is true.
See if we can crack this bitch.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer.
All right, we're gonna put a
The
point
ice
into
around it slowly melting.
physical instrument, which I think that'll put us at 70 to 80% success rate. So
this orange machine is dead still.
what do you mean?
It
I
has
undid, didn't I? No. No, like for real. Why can't I get into this?
This orange machine is dead still.
Oh, it's like bugged as hell. All right, let's leave and come back.
This orange machine is
what?
dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. This orange machine is dead still.
$22.58. That's 7 minutes ago. Okay, I'm gonna reload. All right, we'll go do Slipstream CSA. Was it whatever? SCA. SCA makes more sense. It's an actual type of corporation. And then
an old call box with a matrix of push buttons. Whatever she say, a strain. There's.
Yeah.
Here come the bad vibes again. Wait.
Why did you leave?
Your.
Ever since I...
And then, real on anger boils up in your chest. This is where you hung up. The phone rings in the office with a no one.
If you...
So, it was a recording trapped in the circuitry. Mm-hmm. Don't take...
That is true.
okay, quick save.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand crank.
Okay, let's give it a second to think about what I just did. We're gonna put a point into there, accept changes and close. Nice and cool.
This orange machine.
Oh my god,
dead
why is it still broken?
It has a hand crank ice cream churner.
Alright, I'm gonna try something else. Let's just go ahead and put the point into paint. Oh, I put it into pain threshold, not physical instrument, because I'm stupid. Alright. I'm the problem.
This orange machine is
so yeah,
dead
72%.
still. It has a hand crank ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Ice squeaks beneath your...
Yeah, I'm safe scumming this, I don't care.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand crank ice
So,
cream churner and an electric freezer.
what do we need for this one?
The ice around it slowly melting.
6 or higher?
Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kvalsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words off-site copy written on its side.
What? No ice cream?
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
Someone's stomach grumbles. The room feels very cold. Take the filament memory.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lucan and Kilda as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs. Only the red cable is plugged into the breaker box, while the black one lies neglected on the floor. Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented.
Fuck these guys' power bill. Can't remember if we break the filament if we put it in here. Fine, we'll put the flashlight.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Yvonne!
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeat Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the offsite copy?
Might have a password for the offsite copy.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Say afterlife death.
No, that's not it.
What does she mean? That's not it. What's the password then? Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
After death again? Life again?
Good.
Okay.
I've unlocked
Thanks,
the
conceptualization.
offsite copy. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Ka-ching.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
The old lady's voice disappears along with the static.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Print.
It sounds like something cracks, before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink.
What? Cracked?
Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this.
Read the printout.
The paper is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information.
What just happened? It's covered in ink.
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
92% is pretty good. Let's examine it.
A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Okay.
Marked by the devil itself. Looks like gibberish.
I remember.
Better get running again.
Tear off the printout.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. The speaker
Good morning. Please repeat. Is good. Please repeat the password. Good.
Really? She just used the same password? Maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid after all.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing. A piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface. It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule.
So we have an ultra-liberal option, we have a communist option, and we have some other
The
stuff.
production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy.
Right, what happened?
It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million real game with 400,000 in their bank account. They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination.
And cocaine.
They couldn't.
Oh, I could have bridged the gap, so they were done in by their own ambition.
No. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads.
That sounds bad.
No, it was good. Too good.
Oh?
At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Sulisław Jalisa, decided that what Whirl Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor.
This is some insane shit. Who are these people?
The world had never seen their kind before, and might never again.
How many heads were there? 1 million.
So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined.
How many combinations could you make out of that? We're in the E's
Do
now.
you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while.
Yeah, how bad could it be? Uh-oh.
The lieutenant taps his foot impatiently, his arms folded tight against his chest.
What have I done?
What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop?
Just let the numbers wash over you. And that's it.
And that's it.
Oh, that's right. This is voiced. It's like 10,000 to the 10,000th power, although there's obviously some numbers, other numbers in there. Otherwise, it would just be like 1 with like a gajillion zeros. Okay, so that's what did it.
Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss.
The what now?
On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Egonian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day.
And the anomaly caused all the data to get lost in the air.
When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss.
What, they lost the whole game and wouldn't even pay for it?
Always read the terms of service.
Wasn't there a copy of the game, a backup?
Mysteriously enough, it seems that the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the off-site copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached.
What does it say?
S. Luukinen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator, near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal.
It's not very convincing, isn't it? It seems like a perfectly reasonable explanation. Is there anything else from the lead programmer?
Her former colleagues would agree with you. She's right, actually. Nothing wrong with keeping this type of filament memory in a fridge. The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later. 4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint-Brun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye. Saint-Brun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said. In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Ria, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Ria, with only half of the game finished.
Gosh, where'd they get all this money?
Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Egonian investor.
Read about the workforce.
Fortress Accident employed 18 people. The bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Alright, cool. Let's get out of here. Okay, so we have the filament now, so that means we can go do the church. Kind of finish that up. That's going to take a while, so I think I'm actually going to go ahead and call it here. It's getting kind of late anyway, so seems a good time. I'll be back on Sunday. I was originally planning on streaming Saturday afternoon, but I got busy, so no stream on Saturday almost certainly. I might sneak in for a short stream, maybe. Wouldn't count on it, though. So Sunday, next stream, we'll do something. We'll be back to Disco Elysium next Thursday. Yeah, anyway. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night, and catch you next time.